Okay, so I'm Marcus Strice, and I'm doing a 8-week final project for FTT 1116584 firearms inspection and troubleshooting. And it's broken down into 2 parts, and I'm going to try to do them together. And I'm going to make a video demonstrating, and as I'm demonstrating, talking about what I'm doing. And that should cover both parts. It says in part 2, summarize the procedures used for broken fasteners, installing a new one, and coating them with bluing solution. And then reflect on the relationship between diagnosing firearms and performing fastener repair, which is obviously really quite important. And it says in here, for the part 1, fasteners installed into holes drilled into metal plate, fasteners broken off or cut off. Short video of one fastener being removed using a screw extractor. Photo of drill and of a hole drilled and tapped. I'm actually going to show all this and try to do it in short little video clips. Final fastener installed and blued using permablue. So we have the permablue. SDI supplied some fasteners, Filster. I always laugh when I hear that name, the Filster. Filster screws. I may have some that are actually in bad shape. I may try to fix that. But anyway, so you have those. We have a drill bit. It's a jobber for drilling out the hole. I also have a tap, and there's a tap handle. And here is the screw, when you snap off a screw, you got your extractor. And I have to tell you, I've had a few of these and I never have had much luck with them. But maybe in a controlled environment of me actually breaking it off and trying to get it out, and maybe better. And then obviously I have here another drill bit. So, and the plate of metal, I just want to show that this is the plate of metal that we're supposed to use. And I don't know if you can see that in the reflection, but I used a Hydro Dip on it and put SDI on it, and this was for the refinishing class. So it's a multi-use piece of metal. Okay, so I'm going to drill. I only have a hand drill. I'm going to drill a hole and tap it. I've used a little bit of a punch to start the drill bit. I think I'm going to go all the way through, and I'm going to tap that. Luckily, it's aluminum, so it's pretty soft. I have oil on there. I'm trying to keep it pretty steady. I'm going to drive it all the way through. Just slow and steady for this little tiny drill bit. All right, so I drilled a hole through it. Now I'm going to go with the bigger drill bit. Okay, so I have drilled a hole. Now I'm going to tap it. The trick to tapping is making sure that you go slow and that you keep it level as possible. Just tap that hole. I don't know if you can kind of see all the way down. There you go. I think you can see some of the threads on there. All right, so here's the moment of truth, and we're going to put it in. I'm just going to do it by fingers, tighten it, because I wouldn't want to cross thread something I just tapped. And there you go. So look, it went in, and I'm assuming it'll go all the way through. And I believe it went all the way through. So, not bad for my first tapping. Not bad. It's probably some shavings. I could probably put some air or get some of it out of there. Shavings. Okay, so I actually put in 3, tapped, and put in 3 screws. One's obviously the demonstration of tapping it and putting it in. The other one's going to be a removal, and the other one's going to be the bluing. Okay, so I have, I've cut off, it's a little sharp, but I've cut off the head of one and filed and actually polished the other head. And actually, it's really funny, it actually still has a nice, it may be the reflection from here, but it looks like steel, but it has a little bit of a blue hue to it. But so you've got the tap screw, one that's tapped and sheared off, and then you have one that has been repaired supposedly, and then buffed and polished, and then we'll go ahead and oxy blue that one, or perma blue, excuse me. All right, so I've drilled a hole. I've actually raised it up a little bit so you can see the hole, And then I'm going to actually use now the back out screw. Okay, so you go in counterclockwise, and as you're going in, as you can see, it's starting to bite, and it's now pulling out that screw. You know, I gotta say, this is the first time I've ever actually had this work for me. And out it comes. And as you can see, there's a little tiny hole that was drilled in it. It's pretty shiny compared to the black one. Pretty shiny. I'm going to go ahead and clean it with some acetone, let it dry, and then I'm going to put some of the perma blue. Okay, so I used some acetone on it, and I cleaned it, and then I have applied some of the perma blue on it. Here's the original one. You can see the difference. It's a little bit more of a flat finish. So now I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of oil on it as a protectant, and now it's become shiny. There's the original one, and there's the one I did. Anyway, to summarize the procedure used to remove the broken fastener, and I think I illustrated it and showed it step by step, and then reflect on the relationship between diagnosing firearms and performing fastener repairs. Incorporate what you have learned from this discussion this week. And as I said in the discussion, I think that it's really, really important that you know how to do these things. I think that you really need to know how to diagnose firearms and know how they function, know how to take them apart, know what to look for. You could be just doing a simple refinishing, and with this knowledge that you've gained, it will help you just in that in itself. And then also with the fasteners, guns are held together with fasteners for the most part, and you're going to run across some damaged fasteners, and you're going to need to know how to repair them, and potentially, like that, need to know how to remove them. So I think that they go hand in hand. I think they're very important, and it's something that I'm glad that I learned in this class. This has been a very interesting class, and this final project was really quite eye-opening and interesting, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed tapping, and I enjoyed trying to get that stuck screw out, and then even bluing. Next, I'd like to try to maybe even case harden. But anyway, thank you very much.